What's good, YouTube? This video is the first one on my new channel. My last one I lost the password. It was John Walsh GoPro. If anyone wants to go and look at it, just some lifting videos, not much on it. This channel is going to be more about just equip lifting tips and yeah, just training videos, because there's not many on YouTube at the minute. There's lots of raw going on because it's quite a new thing. A lot of young people doing it. It's not most of the people I know doing equipped are older and they're not really into all this social media video stuff. So I thought, good thing to do. So this video, as you can see by the title, is called In Defense of Equipped Lifting. Now, the first point about equipped lifting is it's not comparable to raw lifting. A lot of people are getting pissed off because maybe someone will say their bench is 180. Yeah, it's 180 in a shirt, so they're not actually benching. Well, they're not actually benching 180. So point one, it's not comparable. I've got a friend in the gym, great raw squatter, Craig. He's just done a 231 raw squat comfortably at 93 body weight, 92 body weight. Now I've done a 260 equipped squat at 88 body weight. Am I stronger than Craig? I'm a fuck. My best raw squat is 202. So that's what I compare. I compare my 202 to his 231. So that's the first point. It's not comparable. So don't get mad if someone's saying some numbers. It doesn't matter. It's a different thing. I'm not going to compare my shirted bench press to a raw bench press. It's a different lift. So that's point one. And most people I see as well who are hating on equipped lifting are generally new lifters who have just jumped on this raw bandwagon, which I've got nothing against. It's a great thing. I love raw. I competed in raw myself. It's a great way of getting people into sport. It's a lot cheaper. It's accessible. You don't need training partners. You don't need people helping you on with equipment. It's good. But these people aren't educated in, or just don't know about powerlifting and where it came from, because equipped lifting was all there was until very recently. Maybe the past 4, 5, 6, maybe as little as 4 years. I'm not too sure on the exact date. Is when raw actually officially started in the IPF. Just because you lift raw doesn't mean you have to hate on equipped. There seems to be a big divide at the minute. I like to train equipped, but I've been lifting raw for 2 years and I enjoy watching both and I enjoy doing both. I can't understand if you lift raw, you don't have to hate equipped. It's not two rival football teams here. We're all doing powerlifting. It's the same sport. It's ridiculous, this kind of divide we've got going. People are saying it's not true strength wearing equipment because the equipment's doing the work for you. Number one, that does my head in. If you get a deadlift suit and I put it on a barbell, it's not even going to be able to lift a barbell. It won't be able to lift anything. The deadlift suit's not doing anything for you. You're using it as a piece of equipment, like a craftsman uses his equipment. It's a stupid thing to say. People are saying it's not true strength. Raw's true strength. Well, it's different muscle groups. If I'm benching in a shirt and I'm benching raw, it's completely different. It's not comparable. If I'm benching raw and I'm taking it down, I've got the weight all the time. So yeah, my best raw bench is 160. Now when I'm in the shirt with 180, it's 180 here, maybe it's 170 here, it's 160 here. Do you know what I mean? It's a different path of weights. It's just a different movement. And it's stupid to say someone's strong, just not strong because they use equipment. If you look at cycling, it's like saying, oh, they're using this high-tech bike, they're not a good cyclist. That's ridiculous. It's like F1 drivers. Oh, it's not true. It's not a true lap time because you're in a great car. If you've got raw, let's say as a sprinter, and equipped as a bike rider, you don't compare him. You don't get him to race. You know who's going to win, the bike rider. It's like that. It's a different sport. It's non-comparable. So keep them separate. Remember they're separate. It's powerlifting, but it's a separate sport. And what you need to remember about equipment coming first. Yeah, we've been doing equipped lifting. Powerlifting has been going on equipped for 50 odd years, maybe more, maybe less. I haven't done my exact research on that. And yes, back in the day, 40 years ago, the suits then are like the soft suits now, the singlets. They're not doing much, so they have evolved. And maybe people are saying that they've evolved too much. They've got the technology's too much. It's lifting more and more weight with them. And yet you wouldn't go to a cyclist. Oh, you're doing the Tour de France. I think everybody should use the bikes they used 40 years ago. Everybody should the heavy bikes. You won't go to a footballer. Oh great, we love the sport, but can you use the old boots and you can use them really heavy old balls you used to use? No, it's bollocks. That's just the way sport evolves. It's the way humans evolve. It's that's just the way it is. So this equipment's evolving. It's got to a stage now where it is supporting a lot. So this new path of raw lifters has come off who don't want that supportive equipment. Great. We can both lift. We can both be happy. We're all power lifters. That's that. Equipped lifting is almost a different sport. Stop hating.